Okay, and we would like to wish everybody a happy Groundhog Day, where today's game features the Nepean Raiders and the Smiths Falls Bears. My name is Romano DeFranco, and I'm doing play-by-play for today's game. And not only is this game a broadcast from Flow Hockey, but it's also a broadcast on the official Raiders YouTube channel. Right, so the Nepean Raiders last game, it was on Wednesday night on January 29th, 2025. It was against the Smiths Falls Bears. This is the second meeting of the of 5 days for these two teams. Smiths Falls won by a final score of 3-0, with John Gudreas stopping 45 of the 48 shots he had faced. And he was given the game's second star in that game. Also, we would like to bring up the top five leading scorers for the Smiths Falls Bears. You have Tyson Parker. He leads the Bears with goals with 22, and he has 53 points to top it all off. And Quinn Booth and Travis Walletz, 32 and 27 points, ranked second and third respectively. And rounding up the list is the two Kyles, Kyle James, Kyle Dagg, with 27 and 19 points respectively. All right, so the top five Raiders in scoring, we have Declan Campbell with 20 goals. He's the first Raider to reach that 20-goal plateau. Benoit and Nick Huban with 37 and 36 points respectively. And Tyler Smith and Peter Friel round out that list. Well, assuming that John Lumsden and Nicholas Papineau are no longer with the franchise. The Raiders' power play, it's something they're pretty happy about. For one, they're in the top five in the power play, which Nepean's hoping to continue that going into this Groundhog afternoon, which is also Do It for Darren game here. So two things are happening: Groundhog Day and Do It for Darren. All right, so we'll take a brief little pause. When we come back on, we'll have the call for the first period intermission and the starting goalies.
by suicide at the Tenerife Port game in 2010. Do It for Darren supports education, awareness, and research initiatives at the Royal Ottawa Hospital that encourage young people to talk openly about mental illness and to ask for help when needed. This cause has special meaning for the Nepean Raiders and the former Raiders Assistant General Manager and Director of Hockey Operations Steve Corrigan and Diaco Tara Richardson. Please join the Raiders to show your support for this great cause. Merchandise and raffle tickets are available in the main lobby. Thank you. We now please ask at this time, if possible, to stand and remove masks to refrain from direct contact.
Okay, so we would like to welcome you to the Nepean Sports Flex Steve Eisenman Arena for today's game. Features the Smiths Falls Bears and the Nepean Raiders for Groundhog Day and Do It for Darren. Okay, so let's get into our starting goalies, shall we? Okay, for the starting goalies, it is Ethan Morrow. He gets the starting goal. He was recently committed to Royal Military College. He stopped all 30 shots he faced in Wednesday night's game, so he should be good to go, and that's pretty good for the overager. We would like to wish him all the best of luck. And the starting, and for the Nepean Raiders, it is Jung Gadritis. He'll get the starting goal for the Raiders. He was fantastic in his last start on Wednesday, as he stopped 45 of the 48 shots he faced, and he's hoping to help Nepean make a potential push for the playoffs. So the Smiths Falls Bears are decked out in white, and the Nepean Raiders in this Do It For Darren game, they are decked out in their purple outfits. Right, so the game is on, and Conabel drops this one back over to Dave Taylor for the Raiders, and Caesar waits in, drops this one back to Pelton Velkamp, as he's being watched in by make that Nicholas Lupin, and down on the ice he goes. Iron she blows. As you have Dave Taylor waits it, and he gets tumbled down. It's a turnover, shoots on, and John Gadritis, he'll make his first save of the game. So, wow, and 49 seconds in, and Gadritis is forced to make a pretty good save. Face-off won by the Bears, and that one missed the net. Thompson, he's in the defensive pairing with Dave Taylor, and do get a bit of a stoppage here. And just so you know, for one day only, the Nepean Raiders will have their numbers changed until they get back to their normal jerseys. The Smiths Falls Bears will win the face-off. That's the normal jersey numbers, that is. Campbell with the shot, and that one is stopped by Morrow. Benoit turns this one over, drops this one to Tyson Parker. He's the leading goal scorer for the Bears. Drops this one back to Campbell. Benoit, as he's being watched by Xavier, make that Lucas Cameron for the Smiths Falls Bears. He was a healthy scratch in the last game, and now he's dressed for today's game. And this one goes over to Friel now for the Raiders. This one over to Zachary Freemuth. He scored his first career CCHL goal against the Navan Grads. He made his home debut on Wednesday. This one drops this one back to Kyle Dagg. Gadritis, he'll just leave this one up over to Smedham for the Raiders. Or, oh yeah, you could just make that Mason St. Onge. Make that Mason St. Onge. That's the former Cornwall Colts. Friel, as he waits in. That one goes over to Smiths Falls territory. Shots on net is 1-0 in favor of the Smiths Falls Bears. And we have yet to see a goal. That one whistle wide of the net. That one didn't miss by much. This one drops this one back over to. That's the pairing. Cameron O'Connell now for the Smiths Falls Bears. O'Connell. Oh, and missing that pass was Travis Wallet. He was not ready for that one. Wallet waits in. Shoots on. Save was made by John Gadritis, and the rebound, they put it home. And it is Caden Hines. Caden Hines on a nice feed from Travis Wallet. And the Smiths Falls Bears, 3 minutes in, have scored to make this a 1-0 lead. Oh yes, how about that pass from Wallet? He was able to finish that one off, and finishing that play was Caden Hines. He was able to shovel that one in off of John Gadritis. And that is a must-win game for the Smiths Falls Bears, and they lead 1-0. Yes, and they're trying to see if they can stop the Ottawa Junior Senators from making that playoff push. So 1-0 Smiths Falls leads. This one goes up over to Mikhail Karaman. Carman with the shoots on. That one stopped by Ethan Morrow. The overager, he's 3-0 lifetime against the Nepean Raiders. Spencer Thompson drops this one back to Benoit. Oh, and Benoit, he wanted the penalty as he was tripped up on the play, but didn't get one. And there's a battle that continues. Mason St. Onge. Ooh, missing that one was Benoit. And drops this one back to Peyton Velkamp. Benoit waits. Oh, he gets stick lifted, but he'll get back up for now. This one drops over to Peyton Velkamp now for the Bears. Velkamp with the shot on, and Gudritis will make the save. Then Gudritis, he stopped 21 of the 23 shots he faced in the last game, and he makes the glove save here. Right, nice save made by John Gudritis. So that's a one day only, where the players will wear different numbers, and they'll go back to wearing their proper numbers, or their usual numbers. Jack Paquette for the Bears, all they could find was air. Drops this one back to Caden Hines, he had the opening goal of the game for the Smiths Falls Bears. Velkamp now for the Bears. Drops this one back over to Chris Cardello. Kyle James now for the Bears. Shots on net are 5-0 in favor of the Smiths Falls Bears, and it is 1-0. This is a must-win game for the Smiths Falls Bears. Drops this one back to Jack Paquette. Shoots, and that one is... Oh, and that one somehow went off of Gudritis' blocker and into the net. And the guy who gets credit for that goal is Gus Rabe, and he makes it 2-0 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Oh yes, nice pass by Jack Paquette, and he was able to finish that shot, Gus Rabe. And not sure if we get a good angle on this one, but yeah, nonetheless, the Smiths Falls Bears have a 2-0 advantage. Right. So Nepean is looking to register their first shot on the game, with the Bears pouring on the pressure. Shoots, save is made, Gudritis, and he wasn't ready for that open net. 2-0 Smiths Falls Bears. Drops this one over to O'Connell. Drops this one back over to Tyson Parker. Shoots, and that one hit the goalpost. And that one stays out. Creel waits in now. And this one drops up over to Tyson Parker. That one goes offside at the blue line. Man, and Smiths Falls had a really great opportunity to make this game a 3-0 advantage, but man, all he could find was iron. Man. There will be a face-off to Ethan Morrow's right, and the Bears will win the face-off. And he's being backed up by Braxton Bennett, who started in the only game for the against the Raiders for the Smiths Falls Bears. Shoots on, that one is stopped by John Gudritis. That one is still in Nepean territory. Nicholas Ruban now for the Raiders. And that one gets cleared up over, and this one goes over to Dag, back over to Jackson Heron with a shot that gets blocked. And the shots on net are 8-0 in favor of the Smiths Falls Bears. Campbell. That one is still in Smiths Falls territory. This one waits in, goes up. Oh, and this one over to Heron now for the Bears. I think that Spencer Thompson now for the Raiders. Drops this back to Dave Taylor. And a high pass was Maxwell Richle, and that one is an offside at the blue line. All right, so 6 minutes in, and we have a 2-0 lead for the Bears. Nepean is looking to get back in this game. Only time will tell if they will. Oh. Not sure what's going on. Oh, wait. So both of them are going to the box for some coincidental minors. So we'll have 4-on-4. Oh, for now. Not sure what started all that, but nonetheless, so we have a 4-on-4 here. Both teams will skate. Taylor grabs this one up over to Mikhail Karaman. That's what it is, and we have ourselves an offside at the blue line. Right, so we have lots to talk about during this first period intermission. That includes some out-of-town scoreboards, including the NHL and the OHL, as a matter of fact. And having this one was DJ Ott. The Smiths Falls Bears just signed him to a contract for the remainder of the season recently. And there is going to be a delay penalty call to the Raiders. Right, so that will eliminate the 4-on-4 for now. Right, and Peter Friel will go to the box. And the Smiths Falls Bears will go on to the power play, which is at 10th place in the CCHL standings with 25 goals scored, eh? And it's way less than the Raiders, who have scored 43 power play goals. And the Raiders are hoping to kill off their penalty. So we got some survival music going on, as Spencer Thompson will win the faceoff, and he did that for Dylan Pollock. This one drops this one back to Tyson Parker. The shot and a big save was made by Gudritis. Parker again drops this one over to Quinn Booth. Booth drops this one back to Travis Wallat. Parker waits in, back to Booth. Shoots! Save was made by John Gudritis. As the Raiders penalty killers will clear this one into Smiths Falls territory as part of the Raiders penalty kill. So 1:18 left to go into the Smiths Falls power play. This one, Booth grabs this one back over to Wallet. To Tyson Parker. Back to, make that Davis Hales. Hales with a shot, and that one is stopped by Young Gudritis. And that one is in Smiths Falls territory, and we have 50 seconds left to go into the Smiths Falls power play. 10 seconds left to go in the coincidental minors from earlier. Xavier Tessier. Now for the Smiths Falls Bears, Tessier grabs this one to Jack Paquette. Paquette again for the Bears. 30 seconds left to go in their power play. O'Connell with the shot on, and that one is stopped by John Gudritis, and he'll hang on with 10:46 left to go in this first period, and the Bears have a 2-0 lead. So the Raiders are now hoping to kill off 24 seconds on the Bears power play. How about that save from John Gudritis, eh? Yeah. That's a great way to help the Raiders get back and keep them in this game. O'Connell now for the Bears. Drops this one back over to Kyle Dagg. Dagg is being held off for a second. And this one goes up over to O'Connell. The shot, that was blocked. Rebound goes wide of the net. Did not miss by much. And that will just about do it for the Raiders PK, and the Smiths Falls Bears is 0 for 1 as the man advantage expires. This one goes over to, and 28 was Andrew Thompson. Make that Andrew Thompson. 10 minutes left to go in this first period. Bears are out shooting the Raiders 11-0. They have a 2-0 lead. Campbell, and almost getting hauled down was Gus Rabe. He got the one of 2 goals for the Bears. And the puck battle continues into Nepean territory. This one, Hubin. He had just been recently committed to Dalhousie University, so for next season. So shout out to Nick Hooby Dooby Doo. So, yep, that's a great way in order to continue your hockey career. Spencer Thompson for the Raiders. And we'll just clear this one to center ice. And that one is in Nepean territory. Knoebel is watching. And that one, we got a stoppage. And yes, and Nick Hooby Dooby Doo is not the only player who was committed to a college or university team. For starters, Loic Prodome of the Carleton Place Canadians. He's just been committed to the University of Ottawa. So shout out to Loic Prodome of the Carleton Place Canadians. So all the best to Prodome and Hubin. And we have ourselves an offside. So there will be an offside in front of the Raiders bench. And Knoebel will win the face-off. And it's against Braden Childerhorse. And this one goes, oh, that one is still in the Nepean territory. Perhaps this one back over to Quinn Booth. And Booth now for the Bears. And we're so happy you guys can join us on this live stream and this broadcast on Flow Hockey. Williamson for the Raiders. And that one clears into the Smiths Falls territory. And this one goes over to Quinn Booth now for the Bears. Perhaps this back to Dave Taylor. And 8:05 left to go in this first period. It is 2-0 Smiths Falls Bears. Gus Rube got the most recent goal for the Smiths Falls Bears. Perhaps this one over to DJ Ott. Oh, that was almost a pretty good turnover. And this one goes up over to Jackson Heron. The shot on, and that one, it's a glove save made by John Gudritis. Right, so that was a great glove save. Gudritis again. He'll make the save like he did in the last game. Have a good replay on this. Jackson Heron getting chased by Tristan Knoebel, and Gudritis was able to glove that baby down. And the Raiders will win the face-off. Dave Taylor now for the Raiders. And this one goes, it's still at Smiths Falls territory. And we have 4 other games going on in the CCHL, but we'll get into that later. Morrow, he'll clear this one up over to O'Connell now for the Bears. Waiting in was Maxwell Rischler. He has 2 assists for the Bears. He has yet to score a goal. Paquette drops this one back over to Jackson, getting that Davis Hales. And this one drops this one back over to Josh Caesar. Oh, trying to block that one was Spencer Thompson. And, oh, this is a great opportunity for the Raiders. And Jack Paquette will eliminate this threat, or the upcoming threat from the Raiders. This one goes over to Wallet for the Bears. Drops this back to Xavier Tessier, and that one is stopped by Gian Gudritis. 6:10 left to go in this first period, and Ethan Morrow will hold on for the face-off. And hey, pretty good goalie mask for Ethan Morrow. And hey, I just noticed that on the scoreboard, eh? Round of applause for the Nepean Raiders. It's the first shot on net for them. Raiders will win the face-off. This one goes over to Kyle James for the Bears. Oh, and Gudritis has to alertly go back. Save is made, rebound. They all go whacking. This one goes over to Braden Childerhorse, and that one did not miss by much. This one goes up over to Davis Hales. Hales shoots. That one gets blocked by the Nepean defense. And Campbell, who has 20 goals on the year, shoots, and that one is stopped by Ethan Morrow. And yes, I was right there. Campbell with the shot on that one, didn't miss by much. He's on the first line out there with Benoit and Hulben. This one drops back to Maslin Etchart for the Raiders. And the late in was Cameron O'Connell. Drops this one back to Quinn Booth. Booth drops this one back to O'Connell. There's going to be a penalty coming on the way. It's for tripping. So it's a tripping minor, as Nepean's penalty kill will go back to work. Yep, and it's Andrew Thompson getting the gates. Wow, what a great chance for Quinn Booth, and that would have been a penalty shot like that game on Wednesday. But nonetheless, the Raiders PK will go back to work, which has been pretty good. In this game, they killed one. Drops this one back over to O'Connell. Booth shoots, and that one is stopped by Gudritis on TJ Otts. Goes over to, oh, and missing that pass was Cameron O'Connell. They're going to have to do much better on that one. So the shots on net are 13-3 in favor of the Smiths Falls Bears. They have a 2-0 lead. Gus Rabe got the most recent goal for the Bears. Grabs this one over to Tyson Parker. Tyson Parker for the Bears. Parker over to O'Connell. Back over to Quinn Booth. Back to Cameron O'Connell. The shot on. Oh, missing that shot was Tyson Parker. And the Raiders will clear that one into the Smiths Falls territory with 1 minute left to go in the Smiths Falls Bears power play. And this is a must-win game for the Bears, as they're tied for the Junior Sanders in points. Wraps this one back over to James. Back to Booth. Waits in. Back to Kyle James with a shot on, and he scores! Kyle James fired one from the point. And Kyle James, with his 9th goal of the season, makes it 3-0 for the Bears. Oh yes, how about that? And I'm sure that may have caused some problems for Gudritis, but nonetheless, it is a 3-0 lead for the Bears. James with the goal, and it is 3-0 Smiths Falls Bears. So Knoble drops this one back. Oh yeah, wanted icing, but Smiths Falls would win the race, and that beats it out. Spencer Thompson now for the Raiders. This is like a mini break. Williamson for the Raiders. Williamson drops this back to Taylor with the shot. That one is stopped by Ethan Morrow. Wow. Man, how about that chance by Dave Taylor? Man, had that shot found enough velocity, that would have helped the Raiders get on the board with not much time left to go. The Raiders win the face-off cleanly. This one goes over to Benoit. Benoit gets to Campbell. And hey, the Nepean Raiders won last year's Do It For Darren game against the Carleton Place Canadians 3-2. So we may know when the Raiders can come back at this one. Drops this one over to Benoit. Drops this back to Nick Ruban. Ruban waits in. That's still in Smiths Falls territory. 2:10 left to go in this first period, and it is 3-0 for the Smiths Falls Bears. And the Nepeans looking to get on the scoreboard. Oh, which they fired that one off the goalpost. Man, just had trouble written all over for Benoit for getting his 20th goal of the season. Man, as that's icing, but oh my word. Man, that was a great opportunity for Luca Benoit. All he could find on this one was iron. But yeesh. And the face-off was won by the Bears. And that one is still in Smiths Falls territory. Friel drops this one back to Maslin at Sharts. Grabs this one back. Shoots on, and that one did not miss by very much. Man. Shoots on. Man, I really wish Luca Benoit would like to have that one back. Peter Friel drops this one, and that one did not miss by much. Missing that was Mikhail Karaman. That's the Canada native. Drops this one over to Tardello. That one missed the net. Last minute of play in the first period. Dernière minute de la période de 1. Maslin Etchart has 2 goals on the season, both in that 5-game road trip. And that was in the at the end of January. 40 seconds left to go. Oh, and I think he wanted to have that penalty. Didn't get that one. There's 28 seconds left to go. Thompson drops this back to Dave Taylor. Back to Spencer Thompson. That pass gets blocked by, it was Tyson Parker. Tyson Parker, that's the leading scorer for the Bears. Waits in, shoots, and Gudritis hangs on with 8.4 seconds left to go. It says Gudritis has stopped 13 of the 16 shots he has faced in this first period. And how about that replay, please? All right, so that was a pretty nice pass by Tyson Parker. Drops this one back to Quinn Booth, and Gudritis, he was able to hang on with 8.4 seconds left to go. He's not going to hang on to this one. Not that it matters. And time will run out. Oh, we got some... that's how the first period was supposed to end. But it won't. As we do get some pushing and shoving in behind the Nepean net. So, yeah, like I said, we got lots to talk about in this first period. Okay. Right, so let's get into our first period intermission show, shall we? Okay, so the Smiths Falls Bears have a 3-0 lead. Caden Hines with his 4th goal of the year. This is from Travis Ouellet, and let's see, Xavier Tessier. Xavier Tessier. He assisted on the other, the Caden Hines goal. Gus Rabe with his third of the year, assisted from Kyle James and Jack Paquette. And Kyle James with his ninth goal of the year, assist from Caden Hines and David Hales. Right, so the Nepean Raiders' greatest chance to get back in this first period. Oh man, and it came within 2 minutes left to go in the period. Man, all he could find on that one was iron. That's that was a pretty great opportunity for Luca Benoit to give him 20 on the year, but you're not going to capitalize on them all. But still, nonetheless, that was a pretty good first period for the Raiders. One other game going on today, we have the Cornwall Colts and the Carleton Place Canadians. That is a 0-0 tie. We have 3 games, both of them happening on 7 p.m. The Navan Grads will play. They will visit the Pembroke Lumber Kings at PMC for a 7 p.m. puck drop. The Rockland Nationals, who still own first place in the entire CCHL standings, they will play host to the Brockville Braves. And Richard Gauthier will have the call for that game. And the Campbell 73s will play host to the Ottawa Junior Senators. Right, so as we speak as of now, like we said before, it is 3-0 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Caden Hines with his 4th of the year is from Xavier Tessier and Travis Ouellet. Gus Rabe made it 2-0, assisted from Kyle James and Jack Paquette. Right, and Kyle James with his 9th of the year, assisted from Caden Hines and Davis Hales. That's exactly where it is we speak as of right now. It is 3-0 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Okay, let's see the Canadian Hockey League for a second. The Niagara Ice Dogs have a 3-1 lead against the North Bay Battalion. Okay. It is 1-1 against the Owens Sound Attack against the Brampton Steelheads. The Brantford Bulldogs have a 4-2 advantage against the Sudbury Wolves. And the Ottawa 67s have earned a 2-2 tie against the Guelph Storm. Chris Barless and Bradley Horner with the goals for the 67s. It's his first goal on the year, so shout out to Bradley Horner. All right, and another game going on later on today. The Sarnia Sting will play host to the Kingston Frontenacs. It's at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. All right, so NHL out of town scoreboards. One other game going on. The Buffalo Sabres have a 4-3 advantage over the New Jersey Devils. So New Jersey is looking for the season sweep of the Buffalo Sabres. New Jersey won both games. Both these games were at the Prague, Czech Republic. New Jersey won both games. And so they're looking for the season sweep of the Buffalo Sabres. And the Avalanche will play host to the Philadelphia Flyers. It's 0-0 at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. The Anaheim Ducks will play host to the Montreal Canadiens at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. That is in battle of Saku Koivu's 2 former teams. The Panthers will play host to the New York Islanders. The New York Rangers will play host to the Vegas Golden Knights. And the Dallas Stars welcome the Columbus Blue Jackets at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. The Utah Hockey Club will play host to the St. Louis Blues. The Vancouver Canucks will play host to the Detroit Red Wings for a 8 p.m. puck drop at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia. And at the Climate Pledge Arena, the Seattle Kraken will play host to the Calgary Flames, that one being a 9 p.m. puck drop. So, the Smiths Falls Bears have a 3-0 lead. These Nepean Raiders are looking to get back at this in this game, see if they can score at least a goal. If not, if not all three. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe to the Nepean Raiders official YouTube channel and be part of the Raiders Nation today. So the highlights will be uploaded on their YouTube channel later on in the day. But until then, we're going to take a brief little pause for this first period intermission. When we come back, we'll have the call for the second period. And my name is Romano DeFranco, doing play-by-play. Right, so we are back at the Nepean Sportsplex, Steve Eiserman Arena, where today's game features the Nepean Raiders and the Smiths Falls Bears. We would like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy Groundhog Day, and we also want to know that this game is Do It for Darren Day here at the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena. My name is Romano DeFranco, and I will be doing play-by-play for today's game against the Raiders and the Bears. Smiths Falls currently leads by a final score of 3-0 on goals from Hines, Gus Rabe, and Cameron O'Connell. This is a must-win game for the Smiths Falls Bears. And by that I mean I checked the standings, and as of today, Smiths Falls is currently tied in points for the Junior Senators. They just need to jump over the Campbell 73s for the 7th spot in the CCHL standings. Nepean is doing everything they can to get back in this game. Speaking of what happened in the first period, Travis Swillette has been nailed for roughing, so this will give the Raiders a good chance to get back in this game. So Nepean's 43 power play goals they scored in this season, that is tied with the Pembroke Lumber Kings in that department. Not only is Nepean third place in the power play department, but they're like I said, they're tied with the Pembroke Lumber Kings for the most goals on the power play this season. That's a very, that's something that the Raiders should be pretty happy about. Right, so, and as we discussed, Nepean is looking to get back in this game. And this is Nepean's first game in February, so let's see if they can make a potential push for the postseason. Nepean has four home games in the month of February. That includes the 23rd against the Carleton Place Canadians, as well as the Pembroke Lumber Kings. The 26th of February will be not only Nepean's first of two home games against the Lumber Kings, but it will also be Otsira Catstay Brandt's 17th birthday. So for the Lumber Kings and Raiders game, I'm just letting you know in advance, I would like to wish Otsira Catstay Brandt a happy 17th birthday. That's in advance. So as you saw, Willette has been nailed for roughing, and this will give the Smiths Falls the Nepean Raiders a chance to go on the power play. So what will it take is some great veteran leadership for the Raiders and some great strong defense and more people, more pucks into the net. Right, so the Smiths Falls Bears are decked out in white and the Raiders are decked out in purple in correspondence to Do It for Darren Day at the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena. Campbell now for the Raiders. He waits in for the start of their power play. Benoit shoots on. Save was made by Ethan Morrow, and that stays out. Great start for the power play. Campbell drops this back to Hoban. Benoit's one-timer is stopped by Ethan Morrow. As this one will clear this one out to Nepean territory, and some pretty great opportunities for the Raiders so far in this power play. Benoit, little dipsy doodle, and that one is stopped by Morrow with the rebound. Did not miss by much. And Ethan Morrow will glove this one down on Declan Campbell, and some pushing and shoving. And that will just die down a little bit. Right, so there will be a face-off into Ethan Morrow's left. And Morrow has himself a pretty good, neat goaltending mask in response, or in correspondence to Smiths Falls' 60th anniversary season. Of course, they were founded back in 1965. And we wait for a little bit, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why we have a delay for a second. Alright, so the Raiders win the faceoff following a 1-minute delay. Taylor drops us back to, oh, there is going to be a penalty call. And that one is going to Nepean, I believe. Yep, as Williamson will go off for the Raiders. And as does Jack Paquette for the Bears. Right, so that basically means that the Raiders... Or, wait a second, is this... Oh, it's going to be a... Oh, so this is going to be a 4-on... Oh, it's going to be 4-on-4 a little bit, so, yeah. Oh, no, they just took that off the scoreboard. Bears will win the face-off. Waits in. Goes over to Dave Taylor. Drops this back to Hubin with the shot on. That one is stopped by Ethan Morrow. And waits in. Goes over to Liam Carroll. Liam Carroll's usually wears number 26. Wears number 25 for the Do It For Darren game. Nepean is going to get penalized. And we're going to have to wait and see who gets it. It is Peter Friel who will get the gates, and whoa, and oh yes, I don't know how he just hammered, he just let go of Davis Hales, and wow, if you do that you get penalized. Right, so both teams will skate 4-on-3 for a little bit. Face off to Gudrias' left. And falling down briefly was Yates. Over to Carroll. Drops this back to Yates. Jack Yates, he scored twice in that game against the Campbell 73s at the North Granville Municipal Center. And when the Ouellette penalty expires, the Raiders will get back to work on the PK, which is 2 for 2. You could keep that in mind. Nepean's penalty kill has been very good over the course of the game. It should give them like a little mini boost in the standings in that department. This is a great chance, short-handed. There's Williamson now for the Raiders. He's being watched by Kyle James. This one goes over to Jack Yates with 1:08 left to go into the Smiths Falls Bears power play. Hey, Nepean is catching up in the shot department, which is good. Shoots on, and that is a pad save made by Ethan Morrow. This one goes over to Booth and make that Tyson Parker for the Bears. Hales, and this one, Kane Hines lost his footing for a little bit. And nice work for the Raiders penalty killers. And Morrow waits in. He has this one up over to Davis Hales. Hales waits in on that, still in Nepean territory, and he'll clear this one into the Smiths Falls zone. And the Smiths Falls Bears power play time is getting less and less now. It's a great chance. Shot on. That one didn't miss by much, but I think Gudrias got a piece of that one. Campbell shoots. Save was made by Ethan Morrow. That would have just been a rebound, would have been good enough. Waits in, shoots. That one is stopped by Gudrias, and the rebound did not miss by much. That was a great deflection by Xavier Tessier initially. Drops this one over to O'Connell now for the Bears. 16:08 left to go in the second period, and it's 3-0 Smiths Falls. Those goals came way back in that first period. Owen Kinghan now for the Raiders. You make that Nick Hubin, who wears number 22 for the Raiders. Tate Taylor shoots, and that one didn't miss by much. Hubin, he had just been committed to Dalhousie University in the fall of 2025. Shots on net are 16-14 in favor of Smiths Falls. Campbell waits in. And Mason St. Onge, he's being watched by Peyton Camp. Campbell drops this back to Andrew Thompson now for the Raiders. He's one of the CCHL. He's one of the Raiders' CCHL trade deadlines acquisitions. That one is still in the Nepean territory as St. Onge. Oh, and he gets hammered down into the crease by Heron. And there is going to be, and we got some pushing and shoving going on here, but man, I'm really just hoping St. Onge should be okay. And there is going to be a penalty. And oh yes, how about that huge hit by, it was on Jackson Heron against Mason St. Onge, and just hope he's doing okay as one of the trainers is out there to help him. Man, I just hope he's okay, and I don't know what's going to become of that. And so if you have, let's have another, let's show it again on the instant replay. So on the St. Onge, what the hit was like. Oh, what the hit was like. Yeah. And St. Onge has been down for a good 1:30 seconds. So yeah, there's a replay again. Man. Yeah, so for now he'll get a standing ovation as from the Raiders bench. Right, and St. Onge, he'll try to go to the bench to see for further evaluation. Hope he's all right. Right, so nothing will become of that. Right, so face off to Gudrias' left. And this one, it remains in Nepean territory as Jack Paquette who shoots on, and that one did not miss by much. Paquette assisted on Gus Rabe's goal. This one drops this one over to Ben Whitford. Ben Whitford scored the empty net goal in the last game on Wednesday. Swan drops this one back to Liam Carroll for the Raiders. Carroll. This one has it towards Nepean, and Williamson now for the Raiders. 14:10 left to go in this second period. Nepean's still looking for their first goal of this game, which is also do it for Darren Day here at the Eiserman Arena. Drops this one to Travis Wallette for the Smiths Falls Bears. He's a native of South Mountain, Ontario. Gudrias with the shot on. That one is stopped by Quinn Booth. Yeah, Booth, he was awarded a penalty shot on Wednesday, but that one didn't count as a goal. Caraman now for the Raiders. Shoots on, and that one is stopped by Ethan Morrow. And this one continues at center ice. Dave Taylor. And this one goes over to Booth now for the Bears. And Booth. And Gudrias will hang on with 13:15 left to go in this second period. So Nepean is looking for their first goal of the game with them trailing 3-0. Oh yes, how about that replay? And Booth, and with a nice chance for him with Badigue watching over him. And Gudrias was able to make that save on Quinn Booth. Face off to Gudrias' right, and Nepean will win Smiths Falls will win the face off. O'Connell shoots, and that one is stopped by Gudrias. And this one, it's at center ice with 12:59 left to go in the second period with the Bears with a 3-0 lead. Those goals came way back in that first period. And that one is in Smiths Falls territory. And the Smiths Falls Bears are celebrating their 60th anniversary season. Of course, dating back to 1965. Perhaps this one back to Cardello now for the Bears. Andrew Thompson waits in. Perhaps this back to Hales. Hales with the shot on. Easy as it gets for John Gudrias. Shoots on and they score! Wait, what? Oh, I thought that somehow went into the net. All right, so if you get a good replay on this one, man, Benoit, he had a bit of a horrific giveaway, and I thought that somehow went into the net, but nope. That's the reason why it's still 3-0. Did not enter the back of the net. That's what I thought it did. And there is going to be a delayed penalty call to the Smiths Falls Bears. Right, as Tyson Parker, who is the leading scorer for the Smiths Falls Bears, he goes off for tripping. This will give Nepean a great chance to get back at this game or get on the scoreboard. And, oh yes, yeah, when you trip someone like that, you can't do that. So that's why Tyson Parker is off to the penalty box. Oh yes, we just need to fix the, yeah, we should have 2 minutes instead of 1:56. But nonetheless, the Raiders are on the power play. Shoots, glove saved by Morrow, rebound, they score! It is Tristan Conabel has scored the goal, and the Nepean Raiders are on the scoreboard, and that one comes 11 seconds into the power play. Wow! Great way for the Raiders to get on the board, and how about that nice pass made by Carter Williamson, and Tristan Conabel was able to finish the job for the Nepean Raiders. It is 3-1. All right, so the Raiders are now within 2. So they're officially on the scoreboard. This one goes up over to Owen Smedham with a shot on. Save was made by Ethan Morrow. Right, so that goes his chance for a you-know-what. And this one goes over to Thompson. And that one is still in Nepean territory with Kyle Dagg. Dagg turns this one over to Thompson. Grabs this one back to Dave Taylor. And this one, with 11:12 left to go in the second period, Nepean is looking to score 2 more goals. Save was made by Gudrias, and he holds on with one of these, with Jackson Heron landing on top of Gudrias. Wow, if you have a replay on this one, wow. Let's see. Oh yeah, Quinn Booth with using some really great speed in the Nepean territory, and just lands on top of John Gudrias, and He'll be okay. And he's looking to continue the rest of the game for the Raiders. There will be a face-off in front of the Smiths Falls bench. Nepean will win the face-off. Andrew Thompson now for the Raiders. Drops this one back to Nick Huban for the Raiders. He's part of the first line for the Raiders. Gudritis, he goes out to play for Benoit. Turns this one over to Tyson Parker. That was the previous penalized player for the Bears. Campbell waits, and there's a puck battle, and that one is scored free. Ouellette drops this one, and missing that one was Booth. Tyson Parker now for the Bears, drops this one back to Ouellette. Hales. And Booth with the shot on. That one is stopped by Gudritis. 10-10 left to go in the second period. Nepean was on the scoreboard, and it's in courtesy of Tristan Conabel's goal on the power play. There will be a face-off into John Gudritis' right. And Nepean will win the face-off. And the Bears will win the face-off. That one is stopped by Gudritis. And 9:50 left to go in the third period. Oh, and a huge hit by the Raiders. And it was Nick Huban with the big hit. There's a chance for Smiths Falls now. That one is in behind the Nepean net. Shoots on, and whoa, and DJ Ott shoots that one up and out of play. Whoa, great chance for the newcomer who's from Sand Creek, Michigan. All right, so following that huge hit by Nick Huban, wow. And a nice chance by DJ Alt to get the Bears get the Bears lead to 3 again. But no, sir. James with the shot on. That one is gloved down by Gudritis. So 9:30 left to go in the second period. The Bears have a 3-1 lead. Knoebel scored the goal. Smiths Falls wins the faceoff. Missing that net was Peyton Belcamp. At Chart now for the Raiders. This one drops this one over to Mikhail Karaman. Karaman, what a move. Karaman waits. Oh, danger now is Ethan Morrow, but he'll alertly get back into that net. This one goes over to Zach Freemuth. He made his home debut for the Raiders last week. Freemuth shoots, and they score! Mikhail Karaman with a cannon of a shot, and it beats Ethan Morrow off to the side. And the Nepean Raiders are closer within 1, making things interesting in this second period. Maslin at shots with a really great pass going to Mikhail Karaman, and he was able to finish up that one-timer Ethan Morrow had no chance on, and it is 3-2 the Smiths Falls Bears lead. Nepean is drawing closer within 1. And so Nepean now needs 1 more to tie the game, and they are making things interesting for themselves. That one is still in Nepean territory. This one goes over to Dave Taylor. He goes in behind the Nepean net. Taylor, as he's being watched by 3 Smiths Falls Bears guys. And Knoebel falls over. Rebound shot was stopped by Ethan Morrow. Knoble drops this one back to Dave Taylor. And drops this one. It's still in Smiths Falls territory. Smedham waits, shoots, and that one gets blocked by the Smiths Falls defense. Wallet for the Smiths Falls Bears. Whoa, dangerous pass, and that one misses the net. As Taylor, everything will be safe for the Raiders. Declan Campbell for Nepean. That's the former Hawkesbury Hawk. Campbell slowly make his way in. 7:28 left to go in the second period. Nepean made things interesting. Campbell shoots. That one is stopped by Ethan Morrow. It is 3-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. And the puck battle continues. That one is scored free by, it was by Braden Childerhorse for the Bears. And falling back down was Benoit. He'll get back up. And now in behind the Smiths Falls net. This one goes over to Andrew Thompson, and Ethan Morrow will make the save. And so Nepean, and that one is in Nepean territory as both teams will finish up their line changes. This one drops this one over to Williamson for the Raiders. And waits in. Owen Smedham for the Raiders. 6:19 left to go in the second period, and it's 3-2 Smiths Falls. Lots to talk about in this second period intermission. Liam Carroll for the Raiders. He's now part of the D-to-D with Maslin Etchet. It's the defensive pairing. Carroll grabs this. It's at Booth now. Booth with the shot on. Savas Makadrias rebound. Where's the puck? And that's still in behind the Nepean. Rebound! Whoa! What a save made by John Gudritis to prevent the Smiths Falls Bears from making this a 2-goal lead again. Wow. Some sequences of saves made by John Gudritis against Smiths Falls top line. Wow. This is like a Dominic Hasek-like rollover for a little bit. Wow. Yeah. Were you never expecting that save? My word, I thought that was going in, but John Gudritis, he'll make that save for Nepean. It was on a Dominic Hasek flip-flop. Face off to Gudritis' left. Smiths Falls wins the face-off. Great, that was a good save made by John Gudritis. This one drops this one over to Zach Freemeth for the Raiders. Shots on net are 26-21 for the Bears. Taylor, nice some defensive plays for the Raiders. That's what they needed in this latter half of the second period. Spencer Thompson for the Raiders. He's being watched by Peyton Melkamp. Dave Taylor waits. And narrowly avoiding that hit was from Liam Carroll. Gudritis will go out to play it for the Raiders. This one drops it back to Dave Taylor. Spencer Thompson. And that one is in Smiths Falls zone. O'Connell. And the race for it, and Gudritis. That was a little risky, but there's a race for it, and Morrow alertly goes back. 4:36, it's 3-2. What a move. Ooh, that just would have been a tic-tac-toe play, but the Raiders defense will not allow that to happen. This one goes over to David Hales. That one didn't miss by much. Cameron O'Connell stops and will wait, make some moves. 4:10 left to go in this Well, let's see if the Raiders can tie the game at 3 at the end of the second period. You just never know what will happen. Waits in, shoots on, and that one is stopped by the Smiths Falls Bears defense off of Liam Carroll. This one over to Tyson Parker. He was the most recent penalized player for the Smiths Falls Bears, and in this second period as a whole. Shoots on, and that one is stopped by John Gudritis. And Gudritis' goaltending is the main reason why it's still 3-2. Just a refresher, the Nepean Raiders video highlights will be delayed till further notice. And how about that save made by Gudritis? He was able to hang on. Well, I like that save that he made off of Ben Whitford. And remember to subscribe to the Raiders official YouTube channel. Be part of the Raiders Nation today. Headshot gets knocked down. And play stops. All right. So with 3:30 to go. Raiders will win the face-off. Benoit drops this one, and it's still in Nepean territory. That one did not miss by much. Jack Paquette's being watched by Luca Benoit. With 3:13 left to go in this second period, Nepean is looking to tie the game at 3. Will it happen? Only time will tell. James for the Smiths Falls Bears. Oh, and he missed that pass, and now that remains in Smiths Falls territory. And Campbell gets drilled in by Kyle James. James goes over to Wallet. Wallet with the shot on, he scores! And that was deflected in by Kyle Dagg. And it is 4-2 Smiths Falls Bears. Yeah, that's something that John Gudritis was not expecting, but nonetheless, the Smiths Falls Bears will take it. And nice pass by Travis Wallet. And finishing that play was Kyle Dagg. It is 4-2 Smiths Falls Bears. St. Onge now for the Raiders, and that one is still in the Nepean territory. Nice move by the Raiders. Schmenham for Nepean. They acquired him from the Carleton Place Canadians back in November. Of course, the CCHL trade deadline has come and gone. 2:08 left to go in the second period, and it's 4-2 Smiths Falls. And some people say that a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous in hockey. This one goes over to Tessier. Oh, nice move by Tyson Parker. The shot on. What a save made by John Gudritis. Wow. Did not expect him to do that. And that just would have been 5-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. But no, sir. Thompson drops this one to Nick Hooby Dooby Doo. 1:25 left to go in this second period, and it's 4-2 Smiths Falls. Friel waits in. And we do have ourselves a bit of a stoppage here, and I think Zach Freemuth he wants Cameron O'Connell to go say, hey, you want to fight, you better pick me. And whoa, how about that save made by John Gudritis off of Tyson Parker. Wow. Man, just would have been 5-2. Huh. Okay, so we got one guy to the box. So Zach Freemuth and Cameron O'Connell are off to the penalty box. Oh, wait a second. Oh, never mind that. So both teams will skate 4-on-4 with 1:16 left to go in the second period. Those will continue going into the third period. Eschat now for the Raiders. That's the former Rockland National. Eschat waits in. He had a goal disallowed last week on Wednesday, and he's see if he could provides anything for the Raiders. Benoit shoots, and that one gets blocked. 50 seconds left to go in the second period, and 1:30 left to go in these coincidental minor penalties. And Day gets hauled down by Liam Carroll. Carroll, and he's being chased by Caden Haynes. Benoit with the shot on. Save was made by Ethan Morrow. Rebound, where is it? And it's still in Smiths Falls territory, and missing that pass was Huban. Benoit waits in, see what he does here. Oh, and that one did not miss by very much. Again, just would have had his 20th goal of the season. Not that it matters much, it's because second period will come to an end. Oh, okay, I just spoke too soon. The Smiths Falls Bears have scored a goal with 0.4 seconds left, and it is Tyson Parker with the goal, and he makes it 5-2 Smiths Falls Bears. Okay, so that will just about do it for the second period intermission. So the Smiths Falls Bears had recently scored on a goal from Tyson Parker, and it's his 23rd goal on the campaign. Oh yes, let's see a good replay of that. Man, just as we were about to go to the second period intermission, Tyson Parker fires one glove side on John Gudritis. Wow. So it's his 23rd goal of the year for Tyson Parker, and the Smiths Falls Bears have a 5-2 lead. All right, so first let's get into our out-of-town scoreboards. The Carleton Place Canadians have a 1-0 lead. That was on a goal by Sam Allaby, assisted from Jackson Froisland. That goal came 20 seconds left to go in that first period. Couple games, we have 3 games happening later on tonight. The Lumber Kings will play host to the Navan Grads. That's a 7 p.m. puck drop. The Rockland Nationals, they will play host to the Brockville Braves at 7 p.m. And the Campbell 73s will play host to the Ottawa Junior Senators. You can listen to that game at Flow Hockey, as well as 97.5 Moose FM radio. So that's the new broadcast home of the Campbell 73s. Right, so out-of-town scoreboards, we have a couple of games that, one game that just ended. The North Bay Battalion win by a final score of 4-3 in the shootout against the Niagara Ice Dogs. And the Owen Sound Attack and the Brampton Steelheads are tied at 2 apiece, and the Brantford Bulldogs are all over the Sudbury Wolves, leading by a current score of 8-2. And the 67s are currently tied. They're currently tied 2-2 against the Guelph Storm. Chris Barless and Bradley Horner, with his first goal of the season, has tied the game at 2-2. And Jaden Nelson, the former Navan grad, is doing very well. He stopped 18 of the 20 shots he has faced in this game. All right, so NHL out-of-town scoreboards. The Buffalo Sabres have won by a final score of 4-3 against the New Jersey Devils. And the Colorado Avalanche and the Flyers are tied at 0-0 at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. And the Florida Panthers will play host to the New York Islanders. Okay. At 6 p.m. The New York Rangers also play host to the Vegas Golden Knights at 6 p.m. as well. And the Dallas Stars will welcome the Columbus Blue Jackets at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. So the Utah Hockey Club will play host to the St. Louis Blues at 7 p.m. At 8 p.m., the Vancouver Canucks will play host to the Detroit Red Wings at Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia. At the Climate Pledge Arena, the Seattle Kraken will play host to the Calgary Flames. That is a 9 p.m. puck drop. Right, so the Buffalo Sabres, they avoided the season sweep of the New Jersey Devils. So even though the Buffalo Sabres, even though they won their game against the New Jersey Devils, it's little too late for the Sabres. And speaking of one of the saves Gudrias made about Dominik Hasek, the first and to date only times that the Devils and the Sabres play against each other in the Stanley Cup playoffs was in 1994. And the Sabres played the Devils hard that year, in which Dominik Hasek, he stopped a whopping 70 shots he faced in the game. But ultimately, the Buffalo Sabres would lose that series in 7 games to the New Jersey Devils. It was against the upstart Martin Brodeur, who was in his rookie season with the Devils. Right, so, and if you'd please, let's talk about the second period summary. Okay, so the Smiths Falls Bears scored the first 3 goals in the first period, and in the second period, the Nepean Raiders made things very interesting for themselves. Tristan Knoble, he scored his 7th goal of the season, assisted from Dylan Pollock and Carter Williamson, and that one is on the power play. And also the Raiders, Mikael Karaman, the Canada, Ontario native, was with his 8th of the year assist from Zach Freemuth and Josh Caesar. Yep, that helped the Raiders get within 1. But Kyle Dagg, with his 8th of the year assist from Travis Wallet, assist from Kyle James, helped the Smiths Falls Bears restore their 2-goal lead. And just as we were about to get into our second period intermission, the Smiths Falls Bears, they made things interesting when Tyson Parker, with his 23rd goal of the season, assist from David Hales. All right, so let's take a look at what just happened that second period intermission. Oh yes, how about those goals? Tristan Knoble, that helped Nepean get on the power play. Yes, and yes, that's exactly what we have. Mikael Karaman, yes, with his 8th of the year. Yes, that helped the Nepean Raiders draw some life. And Kyle Dagg with the goal that helped Smiths Falls get in go by 2 again. And just as we were about to go in the second period intermission, Tyson Parker makes it with his 23rd of the season. That helps the Smiths Falls Bears make it a 5-2 lead. That is a must-win game for the Smiths Falls Bears, tied with the Junior Sanders in points for the 8th spot. Right, so that's exactly where it is we stand as of right now. We'll take a brief little pause for the second period intermission, and when we come back on, we'll have the call for the third period. Right, so my name is Romano DeFranco. I'm doing play-by-play, and on behalf of Kelly Hurd and Pat Sarda and Pietro Ianni and Julie Finley, we just want to thank you guys for all your help, and we'll see you at the third period. Welcome back, everybody, to the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena, where today's game features the Smiths Falls Bears and the Nepean Raiders. Right, so my name is Romano DeFranco, and I'll be doing play-by-play for this game. And the game is not only being broadcast on Flow Hockey, but it's also being broadcast to the Raiders' official YouTube channel. Nepean made things pretty interesting for themselves. They got goals from Tristan Knoble and Mikhail Karaman, and Smiths Falls scored the last 2 goals from Kyle Dagg and Tyson Parker, respectively. As for Tyson Parker's goal, it came just as we were about to go to second period intermission. So, so Nepean has to rally back in this game. They need 3 goals to tie the game at 5-5, eh? So let's see if the Nepean Raiders can put on their rally caps and see if they can tie this game at 5-5. So let's see if they can make things interesting in the third period like they did in that second period. So again, we'll see if the Raiders can put on their rally caps and get back in this game. We still have 44 seconds in those coincidental minor penalties that we had at the near end of this in the second period. This is a must-win game for the Smiths Falls Bears. They are tied for 8th place with the Junior Senators for the 8th and final playoff spot in the CCHL standings. Right, so Nepean is hoping to get some good luck. They need 3 goals to tie the game. So the Bears are decked out in white, and the Raiders are decked out in their purple jerseys. It's Do It for Darren Day here at the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena, and for the second to last time, we would like to wish everybody here a happy Groundhog Day. Yeah. So Raiders win the face-off to start off that third period, as I should say. So the Smiths Falls Bears, they had a chance to force overtime against the Cornwall Colts on Friday. They couldn't do it. And this one, that's an offside at the blue line. Okay, so if you're looking for something to do on a Groundhog Day, you can watch Groundhog Day starring Bill Murray, directed by Harold Ramis on Channel 32 AMC. The face-off has been won by the Raiders. And Mason St. Onge. Whoa, and he all goes tumbling down into the Nepean territory. You have Luca Benoit. Waits in. Benoit. Over to Nick Hubin. So Hooby-Dooby-Doo. And this one goes over to Benoit again. And so a minute in, it is 5-2 Smiths Falls. That one is turnover. Shoots on. Save was made by John Gudritis. And that one remains in the Nepean territory with Andrew Thompson. And this one, it remains in Smiths Falls territory. And this one, he'll leave this over to John Gudritis. He goes out to play, but risky move, but in the end, it was all worth it at the end. So, and the puck battle continues behind Nepean territory. This one drops this one back to Peter Friel. Friel, nice move, and Ethan Moore will make the save and the rebound. It's score 3. Freemouth, and that was a nice juicy rebound for Peter Friel, and he wasn't ready for that one. Zach Freemouth, he made his home debut last week on Wednesday against the Smiths Falls Bears. Nepean goes on a mini 2-game road trip starting on Tuesday against the Navan Grats. It's a makeup day for what was supposed to happen November 1st. And that game has been postponed to February 4th. And this one goes up over the Braden Childerhouse. Shoots, and that one missed the net. And Spencer Thompson is in battle now with Xavier Tessier. And that one is still in Smiths Falls territory. 17:03, and it's 5-2 for the Bears. And Wallet waits in on Andrew Thompson for the Raiders. Thompson waits. And this one goes up over to Davis Hales, who has one of 5 Smiths Falls goals in this one. That one came way back in that first period. Shoots on, and that one, I think Gudreas may have gotten a piece of that one. Taylor is being watched by Gus Ray. Shots on, and he scores! It is Chris Cordello. Fires one off blocker side from John Gudreitis, and it is 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Wow. And Cordello on a nice wraparound, and he beats Gudreitis' blocker's side, and he makes it 6-2 Smiths Falls Bears. Yeah, man, talk about napping. And oh wait, did someone score? And tumbling down. And this one goes over to Cordello. He scored the most recent goal. Okay, you could just make that Otsara Katste Brandt. He's number 33 for the Raiders, and that is that's the goaltending change, by the way. Jack Paquette now for the Smiths Falls Bears. Turns it over to Tristan Knoble. He has one of 2 Nepean's goals in this one. And this one goes over to Kyle James. He scored in that second period. This one goes over to Parker now with his 23rd on the year, and that one did not miss by much. And Campbell grabs, oh, that was a turnover by Maxwell Richler. That is the native of Montreal, Quebec. And Tristan Knoble, his first goal of the year against the Smiths Falls Bears. It's this one, and well, that's excluding the shootout game-winning goal that he scored back on September 29th, which was here at the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena. Hubin drops this one back to Campbell. Hubin waits, and that one's in. That was a pretty good attempt by the Bears. 14:25 left to go in this third period. It is 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Shoots, save was made by Brandt, and that one is still in the Nepean territory. Nice save by Brandt. He made off of Kyle Day. Shoots again, and that one is stopped by Brandt, making that save off of Ben Whitford. That's still in the Nepean territory. Spencer Thompson now for the Raiders. And Campbell shoots on. That one is stopped by Ethan Morrow. Zach Remeth. And that one is still in. This one goes over to Braden Childerhouse. He has lots of shots, but no results so far. And this one goes over to Anyways, Williamson shoots on, and that one, it's blocked by the Smiths Falls D, and there is going to be a penalty call, and that one is a tripping minor. All right, so Nepean will get a chance to go back on the penalty kill. Going to the penalty box is Mikael Karaman, who scored the, he has one of 2 goals for the Raiders. It's his 8th of the season. And the Raiders will get to work on the penalty kill. 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Booth. And he falls down a little bit. That was on a nice clear, though, by Jack Yates. So 12:45 left to go in that 3rd period. And it is 6-2 Smiths Falls Bears. Tyson Parker now for the Bears. Parker grabs this back to O'Connell. O'Connell passes one to Booth. Shoots on! And that one is stopped by Gian Gudritis off of Quinn Booth. And he was able to make that save with 1:13 left to go in the Smiths Falls power play. How about that shot by Quinn Booth? Yep, on the rebound by Travis Willett, and Otsera Ketste Brandt with a nice save for Nepean. His last appearance came at the end of January in a 6-4 loss to the Campbell 73s. Shoots on and is saved again by Otsera Ketste Brandt. Yep, and he stopped 27 of the 33 shots he faced in that aforementioned game. And this one goes over to Caden Haynes. He has one of 6 Smiths Falls goals. Spencer Thompson will clear this one into Smiths Falls territory as Nepean will finish their line change. Hales waits in for the Bears. Drops this one back over to Hines. Drops this back to Cameron O'Connell. Back to Haynes again. Shoots! Glove save was made by Brandt. Oh, and he lost his stick for a second. Yep, he has a 6-11-0 record so far this year. He's going to be 17 years old this month. And wow, how about that nice save that Otsera Ketste Brandt made off of Kyle James. Losing his stick, and he still makes a big save for Nepean. Yep, love it. Yep, still makes a big save for Nepean. And that will just about do it for the Smiths Falls power play. Alright, and Nepean's penalty kill comes up clutch. And that one is in Nepean territory. Goes in on Braden Childerhouse. Childerhouse drops this one back over to Zach Freeman for the Raiders. Now over to Nick Hoban. 10:45 left to go in this 3rd period. Smiths Falls has a 6-2 lead. Nepean made things interesting in the 2nd period. And that one is an offside at the blue line. And going offside was Benoit. He had a nice chance earlier in that, way back in that 1st period, but that one hit the post way back in that 1st period. Nepean will win the face-off. And that one is still in Smiths Falls territory. And this one goes over to Spencer Thompson. Now up over to DJ Ott, the newcomer for the Bears. Brandt goes over to Spencer Thompson. And just a wraparound and that one gets blocked. And Josh Caesar, he assisted on the Trishkin Knoble goal. And that's not bad for a fourth liner. And Ethan Morrow will hang on with 9:45 left to go in the third period, and the Bears have a 6-2 lead. And there will be a face-off into Morrow's left. So Knoble will take the face-off against Dag, and Knoble will win the face-off. Williamson now for the Raiders. And missing that pass was from Jackson Heron for the Bears. And Carroll gets hauled down by Kyle Dag. And that one goes up and out into the Raiders bench. And it is 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. 30 shots on net at 37-26. And this one goes over to the Nepean territory. Brant. And leaves this. Oh, and Knoble was beaten to that one. 9:03 left to go in this third period, and 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Shoots, and that one is stopped by Otsira Cat State Brant off of Jackson Heron. He's from Waterloo, Ontario. Heron again, and that one, Brant will make the save. 8:40. And this one goes over to Trishkin Knoble. Carter Williamson, and that one is, we'll dump this one into the boards, as we just saw. And that one is at center ice. And Brant, he'll just lead this one up for Spencer Thompson. And then nice long lead pass to Benoit. Ooh, and Phil wanted to have that pass back. Spencer Thompson, as he's being watched in by Xavier Tessier. Up over to Parker, and that one did not miss by very much. 7:45 left to go in the third period, and the Bears have a 6-2 lead. Grabs this one to Thompson. Over to Friel. Oh, and Zach Freemeth was not ready for that pass. He would have done a one-timer. Morrow will make the pad save. And up behind the net is Davis Hales. Hales goes over to Xavier Tessier. Tessier is from Ottawa. Taylor. Sin. It is 7:04 left to go in this third period, and the Smiths Falls Bears have a 6-2 lead. See if Nepean can at least get one before the end of the third period. They need 4 goals to tie the game, though, if they want to get back at this game, though. Benoit, and we'll just get back up. Benoit, and he waits over to Nick Hubin. Campbell, Hubin, and we'll just put this one over to Gus Rabe. Rabe, up over to Hubin. Goes over to Declan Campbell for the Raiders. He has 20 goals on the season for the Raiders. He's last scored in a 4-3 loss to the Pembroke Lumber Kings. Benoit's shot was stopped by Ethan Morrow. And that remains in Smiths Falls territory. And this one goes over to Quinn Booth. Drops this back to Tyson Parker. Shoots. Save was made. Rebound doesn't miss by much. And Otsira Cat-State Brant doing a good job for the Raiders. And Williamson now for the Raiders. Shoots one, and Morrow, he's out to play it for the Bears. And that one goes up over to Childerhorse. And just make that Jackson Heron. Nice move. And doing that was Owen Smedham. 5:03 left to go in this third period. And Ethan Morrow will make that save. That one goes off his left arm and out of play. And that was a nice save that he made off of, it was from Jack Yates. Oh, Yates, nice shot on goal, and Ethan Morrow's arm will make that save, and that one goes up out of play. Yates will win the face-off. Thompson, and he'll just drops this one back to Jack Yates. On a failed clear by the Bears. Shoots on. Save was made by Ethan Morrow. He'll cover up. Man, that was a great opportunity for the Raiders on a failed clear by Caden Hines. And Thompson was able to fire that one. And Ethan Morrow will make the save. And that was on a deflection. That was deflected by Josh Caesar. And Ethan Morrow will make that save. Thompson grabs this to Caesar. And watching him was Travis Wallet. And this one goes over to Tate Taylor. Taylor grabs this back to Spencer Thompson as he waits. That one drops back to Smiths Falls territory. Morrow lead this one to Paquette. 4 minutes left to go in that third period. It is 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. Nepean is looking to at least score a goal. Mikhail Karaman, who has he's got one goal for the Raiders today. Maslin Etchat grabs this one, shoots it on, and that one is stopped by Otsira Cat-State Brant. 3:27 left to go in this third period, and the Smiths Falls Bears have a 6-2 lead. Shoots, and Josh Caesar did not miss by much. Yeah, he assisted on the Christian Canobo goal. And this one, having that one is Braden Childerhouse. 3 minutes left to go in this third period. 6-2 Smiths Falls. And this one drops this one back to Tyson Parker, back to Booth. That's the Smiths Falls Bears top line. And missing that, I think Brant may have gotten a piece of that one. That's still in the Nepean territory. And Booth has this one, shoots, and that one is stopped by Otsira Cat-State Brant. This one goes over to Owen Smedham. Smedham grabs this one to Jack Yates. Thompson one-timer, that one missed the net. Yeesh. Taylor, the pad save was made by Ethan Morrow. DJ Ott now for the Smiths Falls Bears. Ott, this is being watched. And this one goes over to Jackson Heron. Heron, little dipsy doodle move, and that one is stopped by Otsira Cat-State Brant. There's Carter Williamson. Drops this one to Spencer Thompson, and an offside at the blue line. It's a 1:46 left to go in this third period. 6-2 for the Smiths Falls Bears. And if we could look, man, Spencer Thompson didn't like that call, but it's the ref's call. That's an offside. And it's still in Nepean territory. And Jack Paquette with the high pass. And this one goes up over to Dylan Pollock. And with 1:20 left to go in the third period, Heron with a shot on, and that one missed the net. Williamson back over to Jack Paquette. Paquette up over to Kyle James. And race for it, and that is icing with a minute left to go in the third period. Dernière minute de la période de trois. Raiders win the face-off and leaves this one over to Gus Rabe. Rabe. He'll leave this one to Zach Freemeth, who, that was a turnover. And this is Hayden Velkamp now for the Bears. Drops this back to Kyle James for the Bears. And he'll leave this, and Nick Huben. And he'll leave this one to Declan Campbell now for the Raiders. That's in Smiths Falls territory. Where is it? Ooh, and Declan Campbell, he tried to do that sharp angle shot and try to fool Ethan Morrow. But, yeah, nonetheless, oh yes, how about that great shot on sharp angle shot by Declan Campbell. And that would have fooled Ethan Morrow, but he'll hang on. That would have been a nice goal for the Raiders in the latter half of the game. And this one drops this one back to Josh Caesar. 10 seconds left to go, and Yates drops this back to Smedham. Not that it matters much. And the Smiths Falls Bears in a must-needed win. They win by a final score of 6-2. That is your official final score. Right, so the Raiders, they congratulate John Gudreitis on a bit of an outstanding game, like in the previous game, but it was Ethan Morrow who stole the show, and the Smiths Falls Bears, in a must-needed victory, grabbed the 2 points that they needed. And I think they'll pass 7th place for sure, and they'll leapfrog the Campbell 73s for now. That's exactly what's happening in the standings. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the a flashback at what just happened in the game, shall we? Okay, so the Smiths Falls Bears, they got 3 goals in this one from Caden Hines, Gus Rabe, and Kyle James. Those are the goals for the Bears. Okay, and the Nepean Raiders made things very interesting in the second period. Knoble and Mikael Kerriman scored the goals. Knoble's goal came on the power play. It's his first goal of the year against the Smiths Falls Bears, except for the shootout winning goal against the Smiths Falls Bears on the 29th of September. Kyle Dagg, Tyson Parker, and Chris Cardello have closed out the scoring for the Smiths Falls Bears. Cardello's goal was the only goal scored in that third period, and let's bring up the 3 stars of the game, if you'd please. All right, so Jack Yates, he had 5 hits in this game. He is the 3rd star of the game. So, and he also had a couple of pretty good scoring chances for the Nepean Raiders as well. So he's given star number 3 for the Nepean Raiders. Gus Rabe with he scored a goal. He's the second star of the game, and Kyle James with 2 assists. He is with 1 goal and 2 assists, is the first star. All right, so that's our final at the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena. Smiths Falls on a much-needed win. Out-of-town scoreboards, the Carleton Place Canadians are all over the Cornwall Colts in this one, 4-1. Yeah, and 3 other games happening later on tonight. The Pembroke Lumber Kings they host the Navan Grads for a 7 p.m. puck drop, and the Rockland Nationals, they host the Brockville Braves. That will be a 7 p.m. puck drop, and the Campbell 73s are looking to play the role of spoiler and leapfrog the Smiths Falls Bears when they play host to the Ottawa Junior Senators. For the CHL out-of-town scoreboards, the North Bay Battalion won by a final score of 4-3 against the Niagara Ice Dogs, and the Owen Sound Attack won by a final score of 5-3 against the Brampton Steelheads, and the Brantford Bulldogs won by a final score of 8-3 against the Sudbury Wolves, and the 67s and Guelph Storm is about to go in the shootout. Let's see what happens then. And last but not least, the Sarnia Sting have a 2-0 lead against the Kingston Frontenacs. Alright, and the NHL out-of-town scoreboards. The Buffalo Sabres avoid a season sweep of the New Jersey Devils, having won by a final score of 4-3. The Colorado Avalanche have a 2-0 lead against the Philadelphia Flyers at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. At the Honda Center in Anaheim, the Les Canadiens de Montréal have a 2-0 lead against the Anaheim Ducks. Okay, and the Florida Panthers have they play host to the New York Islanders at a 6 p.m. puck drop. The New York Rangers are looking to bust out of their own slump against the Vegas Golden Knights at the Madison Square Garden. And the Dallas Stars will welcome the Columbus Blue Jackets at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. The Utah Hockey Club will play host to the St. Louis Blues at 7 p.m. The Vancouver Canucks will play host to the Detroit Red Wings at 8 p.m. at General Motors Place in Vancouver, British Columbia. And last but not least, the Seattle Kraken will welcome the Calgary Flames at 9 p.m. puck drop at the Climate Pledge Arena. Okay, so that's going to do it for our live stream for today, as well as this broadcast at the Nepean Sportsplex Steve Eiserman Arena. Final score for the final time, it's the Smiths Falls Bears 6 and Nepean Raiders 2. Right, so Nepean's next game will be held on Tuesday, February 4th. It will be against the Navan Grads as part of a makeup game that was supposed to take place on November 1st. That will be a makeup day. And Nepean's next home game will be in a week from today when the Raiders will play host to the Navan Grads. That will be our next live stream. And on behalf of Kelly Hurd, Julie Dustin, Patrick Sarda, and Pietro Ianni, we just want to give a big thank you to all of you, and we will see you next week. I'm Romano DeFranco saying, have a good night.